So we need to talk all about the free updates and the paid updates for Nintendo Switch games. There's a lot of good, there's some bad, and maybe there's a little ugly too, but some of the things that I think we most care about are updates that are happening to crucial games like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. These are some of the games that are most near to my heart that I want to know, are they getting the 60 frames per second upgrade? Are they getting visual upgrades? Are they getting bumped up to 4K? These are the things I want to know the most when it comes to these types of games. So let's learn all about more upgrades that are happening, paid and non-paid. And this is just based on the information that was released. There's also a compatibility list with some, well, we're going to talk about that. That's kind of where the ugly fits in. So there's a couple of different releases and stuff that was released here. First off, this is a story that this is a press release from Nintendo. These are free updates for select Nintendo Switch games. So I'm happy to report that Scarlet and Violet are on the list. But where the hell is Animal Crossing New Horizons? Now, some would say like, hey, that doesn't really need it, but I would really love for one of the tentpole Nintendo games that has sold millions and millions of copies to be on this list. Regardless, they put here, free updates to improve playability on the Nintendo Switch 2 system will be released for select Nintendo Switch games. By connecting your Switch 2 to the internet, you can download free updates that may improve performance or add support for features such as GameShare in select games. The content of these free updates will differ per game. So some of the updates are ARMS, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Super Mario Odyssey, Link's Awakening, Clubhouse, which they covered extensively in the Direct, Mario 3D World, which I love Mario 3D World. I think it runs fantastically on Switch, but hey, any updates there? Echoes of Wisdom, which is another, this one had some frame rate issues. Game Builder Garage, New Super Mario U Deluxe, Big Brain Academy, and of course, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Now, there's not going to be any information that's released here yet about Switch 2. It's just saying, hey, more info is to come in regards to the Switch 2. Another thing to note here is they have additional information about the Nintendo Switch 2 edition games. These are games that are going to be behind a paywall, which I do not like, at least for the launch of the system. I think all upgrades, story content, I think everything should be free, especially when you're trying to sell a $500 console. If you don't know about that, check out the price reveal up here and or stay till the end of the video where I have videos that are going to come up and I'll be talking about if, you know, did Nintendo kill physical games? Because I think they did. And another video where we talk about the price. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games. This right here says Nintendo Switch 2 Edition of a game is a bundle that includes the OG game and its upgrade pack, which enhances the game to take advantage of capabilities. Contents and enhancements of upgrade vary by game. This can include visual improvements, new features, and or game modes. Features and content of Switch 2 game can only be played on Switch 2. So basically saying if you get the upgrade, it can only be played on Switch 2. Who knows about story content and stuff that are going to be additional to some of these games. If you already have the Nintendo Switch game as either a physical or digital upgrade or a digital version, you can upgrade to the Switch 2 edition by purchasing the game's upgrade pack from the eShop. Some Nintendo Store retailers may have this as well. After you upgrade the Nintendo Switch game, you can still be played on Switch through the features and content of Switch 2 edition can only be played on Switch 2. So basically saying, hey, the game can be played on Switch, but the Switch 2 stuff can only be played on this. Some of the things that they offer here, the Mario Party Jamboree, again, which they showed off during the Direct. New ways to play, USB-C camera, GameShare compatibility, 1440p, cool stuff. Legend of Zelda, you get the Zelda Note stuff, which I think it's whatever, dude. You know, like if you like it, improved frame rates, so probably bumping us up to 60 and 4K. Faster load times, HDR support, same thing. Ditto for Tears of the Kingdom. Same thing as Breath of the Wild. Mario Party Jamboree, we talked about that already. Kirby and Forgotten Land, new story, which I think is really cool. Visually enhanced and improved frame rates, so probably again 4K 60. Biggest one for me is Pokemon Legends ZA, improved performance with higher frame rate and resolution. We know, as we saw during the Pokemon Direct, that it looked a little bit rough, that some would say. I think it looks perfectly fine, but it's basically going to be moving from like a 720, 500p, 30 frames per second to probably to like a 4K 60 as well, which I would love. I would also love to hear Legends Arceus and other Pokemon games to be talked about. Metro Prime 4 Beyond, it's going to have the mouse controls, enhanced resolution, new textures, quality mode that runs at 60 frames per second, and 4K mode that runs in 1080p. quality mode runs at 60 frames per second in 4K resolution in TV mode, 1080p while in handheld mode for the quality, and performance is going to run at 120 frames per second in 1080p resolution, which on your TV, which I think is really good, and 720p in handheld mode. Of course, your TV is going to have to support 120 frames. Both are going to display it HDR. So that is all the stuff about the different versions of the games that we have here, which include the Nintendo Switch 2 edition games, which are basically just saying, hey, these are your enhanced games that are behind a paywall, which once again, I don't like. They also shared a compatibility issue list. There's a big list of games that are struggling to be compatible, which it says the issue is being investigated. Some of the ones that are most notable on these lists that we're kind of looking through: Doom Eternal, Everspace, Final Fantasy, which is I think is the original Final Fantasy, Fortnite, but they're saying a Nintendo Switch 2 version is planned, so the OG Fortnite is having struggles on the Nintendo Switch 2 for whatever reason. The older 2Ks, including the new 2K, which kind of sucks, kind of sucks a little bit. River City Girls 0, another one that's a big issue right now as well. Star Wars Episode 1 and Dark Forces. Super Neptunia RPG, that is a big one too, I think, for a lot of folks. V-Rally is another one here. Wolfenstein 2 is another one. Tokyo Xanadu EX, that is one for me because I haven't fully played the Switch version yet. So I would like to play it on my Switch too. The secondary list here, Alan Wake Remastered is another one that's having issues. Asphalt, Fall Guys here. This issue is being investigated. Hopefully they can get that. My kids play that a lot. Harvestella is a big one for me. You know, I've always wanted to go back and continue my playthrough. I never finished that game. I definitely want to do that one day. So hopefully I can do that on Switch 2. The Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. So there's a pretty strong list of games that are having reportable issues here. So just know that these are all being looked into currently, and we do have time until June 5th. So my assumption is this is not a really big list, but there are games that are going to have issues on this Nintendo Switch 2, that some of which could not even be known yet until the system is actually out. So if you're concerned about a specific game, make sure you guys check out these compatibility lists. I will put them in the description down below. But let me know what you guys think about the Nintendo Switch 2 edition games and the free updates. I am one part extremely excited and one part really, really disappointed. I'm also disappointed that the Nintendo Switch is also killing physical games. So make sure you check out the video on screen over here now about them killing physical games, because they are doing that. So that's really sucks. I'll see you guys in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, my friends.